Good morning, folks. Welcome back to another Shedcrazy video. As we speak, I need to stop at this stop sign and punch in the address to this place where we're meeting up. But this is a trip that we're doing with Scout to Hunt. You guys have probably heard me talk about them a lot lately. It's the map company that I use. They put out an awesome free mapping service, and they've put together this hunt for us. Last year, if you guys recall, we went on a mountain lion hunt together. It was quite the adventure. We ended up putting 2 lions in the same tree. So if you want to check that out, that video is on my channel from last year. But today we are not after mountain lions, we are after bears, and I'm stoked about it. We're meeting up with my buddy Brady. He's the same guy we hunted with last year. The dude's like absolute killer and a way nice guy. So it's 4:50. We're gonna meet up with him and hopefully get out and after a bear. That's the plan for this morning. I'm gonna put in this address right here for the Little Acorn. I found it. If you're from around here, you know where that's at. We're 9 minutes away, and
may be closed by the time
oh yeah, I know it's closed, lady. And then we are gonna go from there. So hope you guys are having a great day and doing something fun today. We're chasing bears on a Saturday. So let's go. Let's come with us. Let's go. Oh no, they got dog walks. Oh, after bears? Yeah, I'm sure. Radar. Tiny. Shiloh. Shiloh. Well, folks, we've been riding around hoping that we could get one of these dogs to catch scent of a bear driving, and hasn't happened. So we decided we're gonna go walk down a canyon, see if we can't find somewhere where a bear's crossed where these dogs can smell it and put something together. I brought all my snacks. The last time I followed Brady into a big canyon, we didn't have any snacks. I ended up having a hard day. So we're ready to go. Got the bear killer right here. Let's go get one. We got one under the shed in our neighbor's house. Get rid of it. I don't know, that's kind of hard to see. So we came down in here and we actually did find a bear track on the trail. Was it headed down or up? Down. It's headed down deeper into the canyon. So kind of looped around up on this ridge top hoping that maybe we could catch him a little bit fresher and maybe these dogs get a hit on it, but haven't been able to catch it yet. So we're looking here on Scout to Hunt at the way these ridges run, and there's a pond up here at the top of this ridge. So if we follow this up, then we can make our way kind of back looping towards the truck and also check that pond on our way. So if that bear stopped to get a drink there, maybe his track will be a little bit fresher and we'll have something to work with. But it's good to be able to turn on and see all the waters and the springs that are right here around us, so we know what we're working with up in this stuff. Well, step there. Is that him digging around?
That might be. I don't know. Almost looks like I heard an elk maybe came through too. See all the tracks coming down.
Yeah, and the logs all ripped up. Evidence of Ursus canineus barbarus, otherwise known as the North American grizzlyback.
There, dogs. Come on.
Hello to the fans at home. Well, didn't end up getting on anything too fresh. We made a pretty big loop down off and all the way up through the canyons and back up this other side. We did see a couple bear tracks, but nothing fresh enough that we could get out on. So I think we'll probably call it for the day, head back to town, let the dogs rest up a little bit, and then tomorrow morning we'll be back chasing them again. If anything else exciting happens between now and then, we'll show it to you. But for now, drink a water bottle, sit in the truck for a little bit. So good morning, folks. You recording? Saw the red light turn on. Mm-hmm. We're rolling in my old burnt Sienna here. Going to meet up with Brady right now. We're supposed to be there in 3 minutes though, so we're going right now.
$1,000 later. Yeah. $800 muzzle loader. Plus the scope. Plus the scope. Plus bullets. Radar.
Day 2. Let's go. Pretty melted off for this time.
So I missed the lion hunt last time.
Yep. He sent you a picture yesterday.
Yeah. He said, yeah. I was so pissed, dude. I was all nice, man. Congrats.
I know, I knew.
And I was
like calling Chance to
like
say
Brennan
he's
sitting down there, dude, just shaking his head, freaking pissed.
I was gonna let it go till we got to town, but I'm like, he'll leave or something.
I was in the middle of texting or sharing that picture with Chance.
Oh, I was hoping you would.
This morning they were.
Wound up.
Yeah, it was a black. Looked like it was cutting down the hill.
Turkey?
Is it?
I think it was a turkey. I don't know. I think
There's turkeys over?
Yeah, cut right in the trees right there. It wasn't. I don't think it was anywhere near big enough to be a bear. Small. It's your cub you're after. Get it.
Could have just caught a whiff, huh?
They sounded off pretty good. It wasn't that great, but there's definitely smell of something. Take some stills. Yeah, I had one okay bump down there, but
Sonny's popped a couple times coming down this, and they rigged good enough. They were getting set and kind of marking.
Just right up here, not very far. Probably straight up from where we hiked the other day. You guys were there for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right where I rigged. And radar was trying to come this way. But never could trail nothing.
Make sure we have a waypoint marked on Scout to Hunt. So we're actually parking in the same spot we were yesterday. You recording?
Yeah.
Are you videoing? What am I talking to? We're actually parking in the same place we were yesterday. But I marked it yesterday on Scout to Hunt. And I have this stuff all saved. I downloaded it ahead of time so that we'd be ready. So across here on these other ridges is where we ran into that bear track. So we thought if the bear would have gone this way at all, we probably would have picked him up somewhere rigging on one of these roads. And since we didn't, there's a good chance he's wandering around in these ridges that we were in. So according to the map, it's not too far over there. Maybe we'll get on some fresher track where he came to drink last night in the creek and be able to turn him up and get the dogs after him. But always mark the truck, because if you know where that is, you can always get out and be all right. Follow me on Instagram.
Let's go.
He's pretty excited.
Yeah, he sounded wound.
I think we got a track. I think we got a good lead on a good bear. So we're gonna go up and check into it. These other guys found it, so I think there's a good chance we could have something to run. They said it looks pretty hot, so we're optimistic. I'm gonna finish this water bottle and we're motoring. We're out of here. Glad we walked to the bottom of the canyon to go somewhere else. Well, we had a pretty good run out here. Thought we had one. The dogs got started on it, but ended up kind of being nothing, a little bit too cold. And then we came over and checked this other track, and the dogs went a little bit on it, but kind of same story. But they think there's probably 2 different bears down in here, and there's a couple different tracks, and they kind of back trailed for a little bit. But gives us a good starting point for tomorrow. They said there's a wallow down there in the bottom with a couple good bear tracks on it. So we got some probabilities, some possibilities for tomorrow. But getting the dogs all loaded up here, we're gonna head back to town, probably call it a day for the day, let the dogs rest up, and be back chasing the bears tomorrow.
I might have to try a pair of them first light pants. They're a lot bigger hole than the Coolies.
Oh no.
I was looking at that thing, I was freaking kind of jealous.
Air going.
I was about to, that's hardly pants anymore. That's reverse capris.
I pissed right out of this. Good morning, folks. Welcome back to another day here. We are still out here with Scout to Hunt and with Lone Tree Outfitters chasing spring bears here in Utah on these over-the-counter units. The dogs are fired up and ready to go. We're getting collars and everything on them, and we're gonna head up, see if we can strike a bear out of the truck, and if we can't, we're gonna walk down that canyon tomorrow, or that canyon where those bears were yesterday, and I think we should be able to run something out of there. So I think with everything we learned so far in the days we have on this unit, we got a real good chance of getting on one today. That's the plan and the hope. Get the dogs all taken care of and get up the road. Little bonus on the way out there. Looked up on the hill, finally saw the tines. These faces, I figured had to have some on them, but kind of an old horn chalker. You know, probably a 3-pounder. It looks good if you hold them like that. Get the right angle on it. Sweet. You know I'm hauling it out of here. A little ways up here to the truck and we'll be chasing bears again, but if we find any more, I might have to stop and look around for a little bit. We kind of give the bears a rest for a bit. Well, we just let the dogs out to go walk this canyon, and we're just gonna walk down to the bottom. And as soon as we got them out of the truck, they blew up. They're lining out, going hard. So who knows? Maybe something there, maybe something there. Track right here, and it looks like maybe headed down the canyon. So dogs are trying to figure out, like the bear was messing around on the side hill, rolled some rocks and stuff, and dogs are trying to sort it out in the bottom, but maybe get a dog up here and see if it runs this way on this track. Of course, we've walked off into the canyon without any of our stuff, but that's how all good stories start.
I don't see what the big deal is about running dogs. I think it's cool, man. Like pitting animal against animal, you know?
They say it's unfair.
Yeah.
Takes all the work out of it, they say.
Hardly.
We work harder than spotters.
But it's like it's a natural process. You know?
Well, folks, here we are, another beautiful day. Today is Tuesday, so this is the 4th day that we've been up here looking for bears, getting the hounds all set up, ready to go, getting all their collars on them, and we're gonna go try this again. Been seeing tracks, and they're definitely here. A little bit colder today. Cloud cover's pretty good, so I think there's, as always, a chance that we make it happen. Tough unit, over the counter tag, so it's tough, but we're gonna keep trying. So how we rig these bears is, most of the dogs will be in the box, then you have a few up on the top. And as we're driving, these dogs can actually scent a bear from up on there, like it's been down the canyon, they can catch wind of it if it's across the road, and they'll sound off, and then they can kind of get out and try to figure out the track. The other way we've been hunting quite a bit is like we'll just go walk down these big canyons in the bottom, especially if there's water or something in there, and see if we can't see where a bear cut down, came to water, went up the other side, and you can get wind on them. So it's a fun way to hunt them for sure. A lot of hiking, a lot of riding, but it makes for good times, and a lot of snacks in the truck, which is personally my favorite part.
Is that my other half?
No.
I think it is. You know the rules. You gotta cough it up.
$400.
Oh, it's a giant. 400 or a 4-point. Hard whitey. Yes. It's a money horn right there. Right in the canyon I told you they'd be in. See, I know all about it. No, what about tracks? Any tracks?
No bear tracks today.
Well. Oh, I'd have sniped it out right out from underneath him, I bet. Where was it sitting?
5 yards off the trail where we walked yesterday.
No way. We walked by that one too?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give up.
I quit. I'm gonna quit shed hunting.
Fresh track on the road here.
Cruising on the road, and Heston saw that one. He's got a good eye. These guys are always watching. Should probably just let them sit up front and do the deal, but looks a little small. But we'll see how she is. Maybe we will throw her in, maybe not. We'll see.
Radar. Radar.
Well, we ran that one for a little while, and just a little bit too old of a track, and we never did. We tried to go up above and freshen it up and see if we could find it up on the roads above. Never could. So another day in the books here. This was day 4. Tomorrow is day 5. We're gonna give a hard try one more time, and I think that with all the knowledge we have, we should be able to get on track tomorrow. I got a lot of faith. Last day's better than the first day, so we'll kill a bear tomorrow. Mark my words. And if we don't, you'll never see this video, so it doesn't matter. Well, folks, we're here once again. Getting the dogs all ready to go. Gonna go give this another shot. Last day I think we have to hunt, and we're gonna pull it off. I believe it. We're gonna get up here, find a hot track, probably down the road to the right. Dogs are gonna blow up. They're gonna go strong, and we're gonna go kill a bear. And if that happens, I'll be stoked. But if not, this has been a fun hunt. Been a good time hanging out and getting to know some new country, seeing some pretty stuff, and running around with these crazy dogs. It's been a good time. So crossing our fingers something good happens today.
Pretty decent bear too.
Let's go, baby.
We got one early. It's headed the right way to it, crossed down off of the other unit. So it's going the right way to go right into where we can hunt. So fresh, it's early. This is the earliest we've cut one. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Dogs got out a little over 700 and kind of got turned around, so we're gonna go hike over and kind of see if there's something that we can do to help get it freshened up. And if not, maybe we'll try to cut it up top or something.
but just weird, kind of tough country too, trying to trail through that deadfall, but never make it easy. Well, we're gonna dive off and walk the canyon again. From the way that bear was working, there's a decent chance it came around the ridge and into the bottom of this one. And maybe we'll be able to pick it up a little bit fresher here on the top. It's a dog track. Or maybe even this road that we're gonna walk down to dive in, there's a chance he could have crossed it and we strike it on the way in there, so just keep working. The dog kind of hid up in here. This is where we thought that bear had come through. And then they're up in there trying to work it out. But he said the older dogs aren't really getting too excited, so he thinks it might either be an old one or a little bit. The sun might have baked the scent out of those tracks a little bit, but coming back. Well, looks like that's going to be a wrap on this one. Got down in that canyon and everything, and dogs kind of hit a little bit, but we never did could find where that track came through on that bear. So we've had a good time though. We've been here 5 days. We hunted hard, got up early and done a lot of hiking and walking canyons and driving around and looking for bears, but just wasn't our year, and that's all right. That's the way she goes sometime. But need to give a big shout out to Brady right here, Lone Tree Outfitters. If you guys are looking for a bear hunt, a lion hunt, or if you drew a deer tag or an elk tag up here in the north end of Utah, wherever you're at, give Brady a call. I'll give a link to his website in the description of this video, and Heston as well, for walking around and doing all the hikes that we didn't want to do, taking the dogs and looking for lion tracks and bear tracks, and he spotted a lot of the bear tracks right out of the truck. So it's a good hike with these guys. Go check out Heston. I'll leave a link to his Instagram in the description of this video as well if you guys want to go follow him. So it's been a fun one, and maybe we'll kill something next time, but for now we'll see you on the next video.
All right, folks, I just wanted to take a second at the end of this video to talk through a few things. So you're probably wondering, why post a video that never even shows what you're hunting for? And I just want to tell you guys, I think it's super important to give people an accurate representation of what happens when you go out in the hills. We worked incredibly hard on that hunt. We hiked many miles every day, and we spent a ton of time cruising around and looking for bears. And there seems to be a little bit of a misconception about hunting with hounds. It is incredibly difficult. Some people think it's unfair. They don't think it's right that the dogs do the majority of the work, which is true. But I think a lot of times people fail to recognize the amount of work that the houndsmen put in, and even in this case that we put in as hunters when we go out and look for bears and look for tracks. Obviously the majority of the work's done by the houndsmen, but it's an incredibly difficult way to hunt, but it's also a very effective way to manage predators, and I don't think that should be overlooked or written off. So I just wanted to say that about hound hunting. I run around with a couple buddies that are hound hunters, and they're some of the hardest working guys that I know. The work goes in before you ever see the dogs put anything up a tree. So shout out to the guys that do it right, and I think that's an incredibly important tool in predator management. Now that's all said and done, I need to thank some people who bought apparel. I do have a few new hats in stock, very few. So few that I don't know if they will even be left when this video goes up. But go to getshedcrazy.com and check them out and see what's there. And these are the people who, as of this moment right now, have bought apparel in the last little while. All right, here they are, and I may be doubling some of these up. If I am, I'm sorry. Colby Schultz, Chris Gasser, Stephen Price, Joseph Blau, Dustin Brixner, Travis George, Caleb Banks, Luke Garrett, Tyson Helon, Caden Lloyd, John Tanner, Bryn Erickson, Audrey Martinez, Craig Schroeder, and Marcus DeHaven. Most of those were today since I put new hats on my store. So hopefully by the time this video goes up, there's still some left for you guys. But thank you guys for tuning in and watching this video, for making it all the way to the end. And we'll see you on the next one.